Yes, sir. It's your boy Keys Ali, and as you see on the screen, all these black, beautiful men, all these smart brain guys I have here. Now, these are some of the greatest people I can find for this conversation. This is Ali and Smoke Album of the Year panel, and I'm gonna let these guys introduce themselves. You may know some. If you don't know them, get to know them, follow them. Tonight, you're gonna learn a lot about them. You're gonna learn about their musical taste. You may like what they like, you may not, because I know me and Nico never like the same things. But that's enough of that. I'm going to start with my man, Mo. Mo, tell them who you are. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them about you, my friend.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your man, Mo, 1/3 of Faculty Hip Hop. And you can find me on all social media platforms. I'm the guy with the biggest mouth, all right?
Yes, sir. We're going to skip over Nico. We know who Nico is. Chubby Senxei, tell them who you are, fam.
What's good? What's good, man? It's your boy, Chubby Senxei, man. You know, the master list one. I'm a little nice on the mic, man. Check me out, man. Trap Manga out now. The Warriors Rising out now. Atlas out now. Go hit play, man. Stuff.
Yes, sir. To the left of me, I got Troop Dizzle. Dizzle, tell them who you are.
Yo, what's going on, man? This your homie Troop Dizzle, repping New Gen Records, man. You can follow me at Troop SC on everything. I got some music out, man. I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? I got some music. So, you know what I'm saying? Go hit me up, go follow me, whatever you're gonna do, man.
And always, you know, if you see me, you see the beautiful brown brother, Carter. Tell them who you are, my friend.
Hello. My name is Carter. I dibble and dabble in the world of podcasting here and there. I have opinion on music, anime, football, sports. I like to call myself a conversationalist. I don't know, man. I'm just a good guy. Follow me if you choose to. I'll follow back. Twitter only 1 _ Carter, or follow me at Curtain Call Carter on IG and Twitter.
Thank you. Nico, you got something to say to these beautiful people, man? I know I skipped over you earlier. You got something to say, my beautiful brother?
All I want to say is I have a love for big women. That's it.
All right, guys. So let me tell you how this panel got together. Basically, all of these guys here supplied a top 10 list of their favorite albums of the year. Now, the most popular albums that made that list made a final list. Then we had all of the individuals vote on that final list, and we came up with the top 10. Now, these guys know the top 10 albums, but they do not know the order that they go in. So tonight will be their first time hearing the order. They'll get the real-time feedback, real-time opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this thing off and get it started. At number 10, we have Westside Boogie, More Black Heroes. Now, number 10, this project was released in June 17, 2022 on Shady Records. And two other panelists voted for this project, actually. It was Chubby Senxei and my man Mo. So this question is for you guys, man. Why did Westside Boogie stand out for y'all?
Chuck,
you good?
I'll be honest with you, man. It was a good album overall. And for me this year, I wanted to make sure that I was a little bit more open-minded to different music. I'm a real boom rap type of guy. So I said, let me try something else. I kept hearing about my man name, so I gave it a shot. And it actually, it was what it was.
Now, I look at you as the boom bap kind of guy too, I'm not gonna lie. And another album that surprised me that was on your list was Jack Harlow, Come Home, The Kids Miss You. Now, I didn't make the top 10, but I didn't think it would make your list at all, man. Why did it stick out to you?
Jack Harlow album was like the Caucasian version of Drake to me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It was just a good overall album. I mean, when you look at it, he checked off majority of the boxes. So me, again, I came into this year real open-minded. I wanted to understand what this vibe was that was killing the radio. Also wanted to really focus on the indie artists too. So that's where I'm at with it.
Gotcha. Now, Senxei, you also picked Westside Boogie. What's your thoughts on that project, man?
Well, you know, I'm a little biased because I'm a diehard Boogie fan already, first and foremost, man. But I mean, he's just super consistent, man, and he gives you different flavors. He's got something for everybody on there, man. I just love artists who can really do that and do it at a high level. You know, there are artists who try to do different sounds and add different elements, and it doesn't really feel like them. Everything feels like him, bro. He's a real complete artist, in my opinion.
Gotcha. Carter, he didn't make your list. He didn't make your list at all, my friend.
Nah, he didn't. It was a good project. I felt like it was I don't know how, like, it stood out to me, but it didn't make me want to go back to it.
Gotcha. So in order for it to make album of the year, got to have some replay value to it.
Yeah,
correct?
like it had everything, lyrics, It had, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it didn't make enough noise for me. Like it wasn't big enough to me. Like it wasn't like, all right, let me go back to this real quick. Like, okay, it was a cool rap album. I got it.
Now, when you were doing your polling and giving your projects out, you said something that I wrote down. You said when these projects all drop, this is for your list. When all of the projects that you selected drop, I sat with each of them for a very long time and listened to them in different settings. Right. Now, the setting, talk to me. Does the setting of where you listen to a music really matter if it's 1, a top 10 project?
1,000%.
Troop, I see you nodding your head. Why you nodding your head, Troop?
Man, because like the environment matters, man. I'm gonna speak on the Boogie project, but I'm gonna speak on another project that I did not like. I did not like Drake, the techno album he had, right? I went out of town, went to the beach, went crazy. I was like, what in the world? You know, and it was like a completely different vibe. You know, everybody was playing Sticky and different songs, but like when I was home, I was not rocking with it. You know,
Nico,
like when
Nico, you know the conversation we had about that album, dog. That album is great. That album.
I'm talking about the Drake album, right?
Yes, honestly, never mind. The album's great.
Gotcha. Sure. Gotcha. Now, the next project that we got to talk here, Mo. Any final words on that one, Mo?
I can't rock with that Drake project, man.
I seen you. I feel like you wanted to say something. That's why I didn't want to move on.
I felt like it was because he had such a large machine behind him. It was force fed, and if you're
Mo,
going.
But you listen to but you was cool with the copy and paste Drake, the Jack Harlow. That was copy and paste.
But the copy and paste Drake was also the traditional Drake. This right here was far left. You know what I'm saying? This right
but to his defense,
I gotta give you
to his defense though. To his defense, everybody say, "Oh, he can't take a risk," and he took a risk. And did house music that he been doing his whole career. And people was like, "Oh, this is trash," because it just wasn't what you was expecting. When 12 o'clock hit, Drake released it that Friday afternoon. Was like, I got an album coming out. Released the cover, released the back cover. People already had their track list expectations, which is unreal. And then boom, it dropped. Niggas was not expecting that shit to say dance.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because they're not gonna expect it to. They wasn't feeling it because it got so much hate when it dropped. Because you're not gonna feel it sitting on your couch playing PlayStation with ESPN on.
Hey man,
that's fair. That's 8 degrees outside, and come on, man. Like,
but Drake is known for that though. Like, yo, when people forget when Drake first album dropped, I bought the CD. When I put it in my laptop, it said R&B and soul. It did not say rap and hip hop. You know what I mean?
What are we talking about?
We talking about Drake. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
But see, Drake albums consist of a wide range of genres. So I wasn't surprised the fact that he went there. I was more surprised he had a full body of work staying in this one particular genre. When you look at his albums, he checks off rap, R&B, Caribbean, island, whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like
LeBron, man.
What's up?
I said he LeBron. He can do everything.
I'll go with you on that.
Gotcha. Now, this next project coming in at number 9, I'm not gonna lie, this was one of my favorite. I didn't listen to it at first, but after seeing them on 50 Cent, The Power Universe, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go check out Joey Badass project. Coming in at number 9 is Joey Badass 2000. It was released on July 22nd, 2022, and it peaked at number 25 on the Billboard. Now, he had 2 records on there that stood out to me, and I think they were the singles as well. It's Survivor's Guilt and Head High. Now, Nico, we talked about this project before, man. What made Joey stand out to you? What made Joey stand out in the crowd?
Hey, bro, if it's one thing Joey gonna do is he gonna stay hip hop to his core. He's one of them young boys that was ingrained in New York hip hop. So every time he drop, he gonna give you New York hip hop lyrics, the instrumentation behind them, the features that he gonna have on there, like everything. And he was gone for a little while because he was doing this acting thing. He was doing the Wu-Tang show, and then he started doing Power. So it's like he doing this acting thing, and he just felt like he had to come back and remind niggas, and he did. Like, you know what I mean? And this is kind of like it's a growth from his 1999 project when he first came out. So it's like it was just a perfect time for him to drop, man, and it was impressive.
Now, Sensei, he didn't make your list. Westside Boogie made your list, but Joey Badass did. Why is that?
He was close. He was close. He was real close.
Gotcha.
For me, the reason why he didn't make my list is because the albums that really stood out to me, like y'all was saying before, man, like it depends on the mind state you're in and everything when you absorb it. And I was thinking about the albums that touched me in a significant way when I listened to it on the first playthrough. That's how I really built my list.
That Joey Badass album, that album is 90s.
It was good though. It was nice.
For sure.
That's 90s hip hop. That's that sound. That shit was a great album. Good album. Very good album.
Now, Sensei, and true, being artists, when you're going in and making your music, are you thinking like, I want this to hit while you're riding down the road? I want this to hit when you go and visit the beach. I want this to hit while you watching ESPN and playing your PlayStation. Or do you have that thought in your head at all? Or are you just like, man, I'm gonna make what I make and you play it when you play it?
I don't feel like I try to plan it out that far ahead. I put whatever emotion I'm feeling at the time into it, but I don't have like a theme around it. Like you need to listen to this in the car when you smoke hotboxing with your friends, or you know what I'm saying? I don't really think about it like that. But I mean, if that's the energy that just comes through the music, then you know, I mean, I feel like people, whatever it means to you is what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? However you take it. So it's not even really
true. Same question.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like sometimes I want to make music like you want to have the different flavors, man. You want to have the vibes. You want to have like the balance. You know what I mean? Like for me, like I feel like when Kendrick dropped Damn, he had the perfect balance of like the conscious shit and that live shit. You know what I mean? It's like DNA will have you going, and then he got records like Triple X. You know, but like with Joey, I like Joey's record, man. Like it was a good hip hop record. It sounded like the late 1990s. You know what I mean? And it's called 2000, so it's in that pocket. But I always, like I said, man, I always just want to make something that people gonna vibe to, or something that you can ride to, man. I don't want people to listen to me and be like, I don't want to hear this while I'm on the road because he gonna put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that. Mo, now from my understanding, you manage your artists as well, correct?
I work with an artist, yeah.
You work with the artist. So if your artist came to you and said he want to do a certain style of project, like we're talking about Drake just now doing the house music and Joey Badass sticking to that 90s sound. If your artist came to you and he said a sound that wasn't really his style, would you still let him rock and be creative, or would you be that admin, that person and say, nah, I don't think this is for you?
No. I'm gonna let him do what he want to do. I'm gonna suggest that he does what he want to do. I'm gonna voice my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sure? All right, cool. Let's rock. And I'm gonna push it as much as I can.
Gotcha. I understand that. I understand that. All right, let's go to our next project, which I'm shocked to be this low on the list. At number 8, we got Pusha T. It's Almost Dropped. Released April 2022. And it peaked at number 1 on Billboard and Canadian charts. I picked Canadian in there for a reason. If you don't know, you should know. So why does cocaine raps with Pusha T still chart? Why is this formula still working for him? That's an open question to anyone.
Because it was a great album. Like we talk about.
It's flashy.
Yeah, man. Like and that album, like, come on, man. He was Arthur Fleck. This was not no Pusha T album. He was the joke of the whole album. It was the most coherent album. Disappointed is number 8. I'm gonna be real, but you know.
I wasn't really feeling that, like the Joker shit, like the little laugh and shit. I wasn't really.
Yeah.
It kind of threw me off the album a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of threw me off a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even cool with this being on the list.
Oh.
It's cool. It's cool. Coke raps. It's not really. I mean, we've heard it before. Like
Mo, tell us why.
There's been no growth in Pusha T since he came out as a solo artist.
1,000%.
He's doing the same thing over and over again. He needs
1,000%
to offset him. It's because it's like, yo, how much coke can you sell?
Come on,
like, come on, like.
But can I say? Not to cut you off, but can I do we not? So, do you judge Pusha T different from other trap rappers or other Jeezy rappers or something?
Come on, Hov.
I feel the same way about Jeezy. I feel the same way about Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Mo, perfect example. You say you feel the same way about Jeezy. Okay, Jeezy did the coke raps, yada yada yada, but now he transitioned to the family man, to the.
Put some respect on.
To the wife, to the, you know what I'm saying, to the business. Gotti, Dope Boy, but he transitioned to having his label, hottest niggas in the game, Money Bag. Okay, Pusha, you rapping about coke still.
Hey, Hove rapped about the same stuff until 444. Like Hove was talking about 92 bricks.
That's not true.
Like,
that's
not true.
Bro, Hove was
true.
a character on the albums. Like, I'm a Hove fan, but we talking about him growing, yeah. But like Blueprint 3 was him going and trying to be something different. He didn't have a number one until Blueprint 3. We talking about almost 15 years in the game.
But still, Hove made the transitions from the fucking baggy jerseys and the blue, like, to the business suits, changed clothes. Like, he evolved though.
True.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But the raps was the same. The raps was still, you know, niggas talking about 92 bricks and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, man. The man never had 92 bricks. He never lost them. I'm still mad that he talking about that, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on, Hov.
I agree with you, Mo. There's been no growth in this music.
I'm a Pusha fan, but not for a whole body of work. Not like give me a feature. Like, there's no growth. You still wearing baggy clothes. You got the plaits. Your hair hasn't grown in 10 years, son.
Bro,
Gotta relax, man. We gotta.
Hey, man, he's speaking the truth. He's speaking the truth. He is speaking the truth. I'm a Pusha fan though.
It was dope. It was dope, but I kind of agree with the guys though. It ain't nothing I haven't heard from Pusha before. But it's nice though. It is nice. But
all right,
I don't think it's his best project.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to number 7. Real quick.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did y'all know that it was either Billboard or Rolling Stone named it Album of the Year?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just came out.
I did see that.
Like, rap album or album of the year?
Rap. I believe it's rap.
Okay. All right.
So coming in at number 7. This is not a cocaine rapper. This is somebody that I recently just got onto. I mean, my group chat always told me to check him out. I think he had the Big Fish Project. I think that's the name of it. But this is Vic Staples. Ramona Park Broke My Heart. Dropped on April the 8th and peaked at number 21 on Billboard. Now I'm gonna aim this question directly at True. True. Vince did not make your list. Why is that?
I liked it. I like the fact that it was a West Side project. It felt like a West Coast project. You know what I'm saying? It was very coherent. I'm just not a Vince fan like that. Like I'll go through and listen to his albums. I like him as a character. I like him as a person. He can rap. But yeah, it went on my top 10.
I thought you.
But I'm gonna tell you, I do like Vince. I love Ross off of my top 10, but I forgot about Ross's album. Like, when I went back and listened to like Rick Ross's Richer Than I Ever Been, I was like, man, this ain't a bad album.
It just dropped this year. Oh shit, I forgot about it.
It dropped this year, and I forgot about it. You know, but it's just a lot of projects that drop. You know, but
Mo, I gotta come to you, being my up north brother. You and Nico Smoke. What y'all think about this Vince Staples West Coast project?
Vince Staples' album is Album of the Year for me.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's with you. When he came out, then we had the Westside Boogie. In my mind, early on, around top of second quarter, I'm like, yo, West Coast bringing the W home this year. And Game dropped the ball on me.
Whoa.
The Game album was horrible.
Yo, no Game slander, fam.
Horrible.
When is the last time Game dropped a good album?
Okay, all right. I got a button that can remove all y'all niggas. No.
Hey,
no,
he'll drop a diss track like
Rap was
Born to Rap was a good album. The album before this last one, Born to Rap was a good album.
Yeah, Born to Rap was pretty good.
I think Jesus Piece still his best piece, his best body work.
Crazy.
Jesus Piece his best album.
Yeah.
Not too many people.
Jesus Piece better than documentary.
Wow.
Yep.
I
don't know.
To me.
Anyway,
I don't know about
that. Getting back to Vince.
I love this guy.
My thing about West Coast artists is they make the best albums. Period. So
relax, nigga.
Yo, fam. Go through the history of hip hop, fam. Go through the history of hip hop, fam.
We're talking about body of work. I agree.
Give me 5.
5 what?
Just
5 West
album. 5
that are
all right.
They make the best. Give me 5.
Doggy Style laid the blueprint for what an album should look like. Should be like.
Absolutely.
Snoop is literally, if you look up professional rapper in the dictionary, it's Snoop Dogg.
All right.
Period.
All right.
Hell, we can put the one we were just talking about, the documentary. That's another one. The Chronic. That's another one. We can go with Good Kid, Mad City, or we can go with Damn, or we can go with this new one he just put out. I mean, we can keep going. We can keep going.
I need the fifth.
I respect that opinion, but So you saying that the West Coast has more influential albums than the South?
I'm not saying influential. What I'm saying is from top to bottom. If you listen to an album from top to bottom, what has the least skips in people's discography? And it's usually a West Coast artist. We got 3 West Coast artists that's on this list. I guarantee you. We heard 2 already. Westside Boogie, Vince Staples, and I guarantee you K-Dot is on here. Probably at the top.
That's an interesting.
Why is this? Why is this?
I'm not mad at it.
Them niggas make great albums. You can throw in somebody like Larry June. Larry June make a great album. He from West. He from the West.
We're talking about the South, fam. We're talking about the South, fam.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Nico. Mo, you said you needed to hit a 5th album, right?
Yeah, I need to hit a 5th album.
What was the 5th album, Smoke? You said documentary. You said Good Kid, Mad City. You said The Chronic. You said Doggy Style. What was your number 5?
Which one's it? I said Chronic, Doggy Style, Good Kid, Mad City. What's another one? I said the documentary.
And what's your 5th?
Shit. What's Cube's first album? The America KKK Most Wanted or whatever. That's a great album.
He made that in New York.
That's a West Coast. J. Cole made most of his music in New York. Stop it. J. Cole made most of his music in New York, but he a North Carolina artist.
What Cole getting shots? What Cole do?
No, I'm just saying. Cole is a Carolina artist. It don't matter where you make your music at. It don't matter what producer you got. It is you and your essence and where you are from that makes it that album. I'm a New York nigga. If I go to Germany and get a Germany producer, it's gonna be a New York nigga album.
Hey,
period.
Let me say I gotta say something though.
That Jazzo, hey, we say Hov is the GOAT. That nigga Jazzo went to London and made an album, came back. Whose album was that? That was a New York nigga album. We gotta stop this shit. It don't matter. Nigga, Future don't even live in Atlanta.
All right, Nico. All right.
All I'm saying is this. If you look at where he recorded most of his music at, them hits, that hit y'all be talking about, a lot of the hits that he be making, that nigga be in California. It don't matter where you are.
Civil Wars, man. All right.
No,
Nico.
I'm just saying. It don't matter where you are. When you
hey,
make
man,
music.
catch this nigga Mike or something.
I'm fit to, man. I'm fit to.
Nigga, this is my shit. I turned this all up. Let's keep it real, nigga.
He got a point. He got a point. He does have a point. Nah, true. You said you had something to add to it. Go ahead before we move on to the next project.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, like, we was talking about West Coast artists making the best projects. Also, that goes back to the settings, man, the scenery, man. Like, if they want people to be riding to them on the West Coast, you got to make those different type of vibes, or you got to just make something that you know people gonna ride to. You know people gonna take them trips from LA to Vegas in 2 hours. What they are 3 hours. What they gonna listen to? You know what I mean? Like, it's those type of things, man. So it's just all about that environment, or all about what you know your people gonna rock with.
All right, we're gonna move on to 6 before Nico start another civil war at the top of the screen. Come on, fam.
Hey, man,
you gotta relax with the Future slam.
It's the essence, fam.
Jesus,
the essence,
man.
Coming ass New York ass nigga, man.
You wildin', man.
Hey, man. Love you too, nigga. Nah, I wasn't dissing Future. I was just saying, nigga, give me an Antarctica. He gonna give you. He gonna give you hubby.
Okay.
No.
All right. Hey, coming in at number 6.
Wow.
No more Future slander. Coming in at number 6.
Man.
Coming in at number 6.
Future changed the sound of music. Relax, Nico.
Future made Honest in LA and it was trash.
Number 6. Number 6.
Freddie Gibbs, Sold Separately, released September the 30th, peaked at number 11. Now I got a question for the room. Should Freddie Gibbs be in the conversation with the Coles, the Drakes, and the Kendricks? Yes or no?
Yes.
Lyrically, yes.
Freddie?
No.
I disagree.
Yeah.
In what sense?
Okay,
In what sense?
let Sensei respond real quick. Everybody seems to say yes except for Sensei.
I mean, you saying he deserves to be among Cole, Kendrick, and who?
And Drake. Aubrey.
Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs.
Lyrically.
Nah, man. I mean, Freddie nice.
Right.
Freddie
Gangsta
nice.
Gibbs.
I ain't gonna say, I mean, he can rap, but I don't know, bro. I just
Maybe not
until
Drake.
he dropped
Relax,
down
OG.
Fredo, bro. Until he dropped down Fredo, he wasn't even on my. You know what I mean?
That's a
I had
classic,
fell out
bro.
with Freddie Gibbs. I wouldn't really, and even this new album, man, so separately, man. It's just I feel like now, don't get me wrong, he can rap. He's got bars and all that, but I feel like the production on that project was out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Like that was great. He had some amazing features on there. But
It's
I
a
don't know.
concept album.
It wouldn't have been.
It's a concept album. A night in Vegas.
Well, I guess it just didn't do it all for me. It just didn't do it all for me.
I fuck with it heavy.
But
Like,
Carter, before you go in, Mo, you said yes pretty strongly to that question about putting them with the Cole and the Drakes. Talk to me, man. Why you say yes?
Well, first and foremost, I'm not that big of a Cole fan. Number one, right?
What the man?
I think Cole is right above average for me. Cole's right above average, but when it comes down to lyrically, Freddie can definitely hang with Cole and Drake lyrically. I'm not saying he'll watch them. I'm not saying he has the record sales. I'm not saying he has the notoriety. But if we're talking about putting those three cats in the booth, they need to pack their lunch. They're not coming out with an easy.
He can rap.
Gotcha. Carter, you were saying that this project is a theme project. Talk to us. Tell us about it.
yeah, it's a concept album. It's a casino. It's a night in Vegas. It's a drunken night in Vegas. He got KD on it. He got comedians like they calling in trying to get into the casino. What time the show start? You can hit a dice roll and hit out the table and shit. Like it's a concept album.
Mhm.
Now, a couple of the other music critics, I think it was Rolling Stone and Pitchfork, they were saying that the skits was the bad problem and it hurt the project. What do you think?
I like this.
Nah, I think it helped it.
The skits helped it.
It took me back to again that 90s era where we had skits, where we had it brought character to your project. It let us get a glimpse of your personality.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it kept something going throughout the whole album. Like
Yeah.
it's the same thing with Westside Boogie. Like throughout his album, his girl calling him a bitch because he going to therapy and shit like that. Like like it's all type of things that
Ain't no way you still a bitch ass nigga. You going to therapy?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's all throughout the album. But I feel like with Freddie, I don't even know if it was. I don't know if it was a drunk night or if he was like on an acid trip. Because like if you look at the front of the album, you like it looked crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I've been on the trip before. I'm gonna say that. So I'm looking at the album and I'm like, yo, what is this? And then I listen to it, and it's like he in Vegas. It's a concept album. Everybody just trying to like link up with him. Like he go from at the beginning, it's like he on the plane, then you go to the blackest in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of that. It's like it was a
That
vibe
shit with
for me,
DJ
man.
Paul is stupid.
It was hard.
Stupid.
It was
That
hard.
shit stupid, dog. Like
That Blackest
that
in the
album
Room
crazy,
record
man.
is hard too.
Yeah, for sure.
It
My
is.
boy had Kelly Price on there taking us to church out the gate. It's certain things.
That's
It's
true
like,
indeed.
man. Yeah, it's like, man, it was something
That
different,
record with
man.
Anderson .Paak too. That shit
That-
crazy too.
Yeah,
Anderson rap.
that one was fun.
That shit stupid, man.
Anderson rap better than him on that song too. I ain't gonna hold you, but yeah.
Who?
I said Anderson rap better
Anderson
than
Paak.
Freddie on that song. Yeah, like he really got in his bag. Yeah,
He packed that nigga up.
He underrated too.
Nice.
Anderson .Paak real underrated, man.
Nah, he packed that nigga up. Just like you said, he had the same nigga Mo said had the, you know what I mean? Drake and Kendrick and Cole got to pack their lunch when nigga the singing nigga just, you know what I mean, pack them up, but that's whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on from this, Mo, you said that he didn't have the notoriety of a Cole or a Drake or a Kendrick. Do you think his antics keep him away from being put into that conversation? Because he's always on Twitter doing some wild shit.
No,
and these other guys are.
This is what keeps him relative. What it is, he's not marketable.
Gotcha.
You can't put his face on nothing and expect to sell.
But wow.
He also getting into the acting bag too. Now he got
Right, and he did pretty good. He did
roll a couple other shows too. He getting into
he
his
did
acting
pretty
bag.
right. And he did pretty right with his acting, but he's just not marketable. his antics, getting beat up by Jim Jones, getting beat up by BSF. Like, you know what I'm saying? All these, like right now, he's going in on Gunna right now on Twitter.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that shit was funny though.
Right, and it's funny. Money is actually funny, so it keeps him relative. So I think it's just the fact that he's not marketable. What can you put him on and be like, yo, I got to go get that?
He got a good conversation on All the Smoke right now too. That's a good conversation with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson.
I feel like the other rappers that we mentioned with Freddie, they keep a clean image. Like Kendrick, he could be out here talking about this blood shit. He could have went a whole another way with Compton, and he didn't. You know, and then it's like because he knew how to market himself. Cole, Drake, you know, you never seen Drake smoke a blunt. You never like none of that. You know, he talk about it, but you never seen it. It's a clean image.
And I also think because he's from Gary, Indiana. Only people that came out of Gary was Michael Jackson, or the Jacksons. So it's like I gotta keep the name alive. So I gotta. Don't get me wrong. I believe he's with whatever he said he's with. Don't get me wrong. But again, it's the antics that keep us talking, which is why we're talking about him now.
Yeah, but
go ahead, Smoke.
But
Cook, Smoke.
But Gary is a top 10.
I'm sick of this nigga, man.
Gary is a top 10 dangerous city in the country. Nico, man. We gotta stop doing this. We gotta stop doing this. These niggas talk about Freddie Gibbs ain't marketable. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you insane? Freddie Gibbs ain't marketable. This last 3 album run, it's just been going up and up and up for him. There's another guy. I just want to say something. At the beginning of his career, was Tyler the Creator marketable? Fuck no. He talked about
race. He was.
He did wild shit. He did all types of wild shit. He was doing all types of wild shit. Wild shit that make you go, nah, fam, this is crazy.
But but it don't make you feel like.
But he was rapping though. He was doing wild shit and he was rapping though.
Fam, Freddie was too, and he talking about he ain't marketable. His last 3 album run is nuts, and that last 3 album run, the reason why the nigga on TV shows now and on movies, and he just had that other big movie that was on Sundance Festival and shit that's about to come out. Reason why? Because the nigga gotta be marketable somehow. Stop with that marketable shit. That's
all I'm
gonna
say is, that nigga Nico sounded like Chief Keef. I think it's the Sosa Project. You nigga don't like Keith Chief? He was out there in the streets.
Nah,
you think he marketable?
Nah, that marketable.
That's some funny shit.
The marketable thing it just kind of irritates me because it's like now in this era, that marketable stuff got to be out the window because you don't have to sell yourself to people like you used to.
Yes, you do.
You can literally have a small ass fan base and eat however you want to.
But that's not considered marketing at that point. If you're talking about a small fan base, you're creating a community almost like a cult. So long as they gravitate towards your music without marketability, Chubby can share it to you. My man Troop can share it to Ali. So therefore, there's really no marketability in that. We're just focusing on the quality of the music at that point and being fans of that sound. Marketability is what gets you on top of these playlists, billboards. And then the fact of the matter that he's in power is because 50's on the same shit that he's on.
On that bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm saying marketability, you're not catching him in no fucking deodorant commercial.
I can see Freddie in an Old Spice commercial. No?
Now if the nigga pop up, if the nigga start popping up in commercials now that he got a major label deal, and the nigga start popping up in commercials now, I'm gonna call you personally.
Call me.
Hey, you gotta apologize.
We're gonna go to lunch on me. If we see him commercial within the next year, we going to lunch on me.
Nico like Thai food, by the way, so be prepared, man. But listen, we'll keep it rolling, man. Coming in number 5 is Lupe Fiasco, Nico's Smoke favorite rapper. Lupe Fiasco with Drill Music and Zion. It peaked at number 42 on the Billboard, released in June the 24th. Smoke, what's up? What's up with you and Lupe? Did you like this project by Lupe or it was on his shit list?
I love this project.
Right now. That's how I'm feeling.
Say what, Mo? Go ahead.
I'm going with how my man Carter face look right now. Why is he even on this list?
Y'all don't think Lupe
Y'all don't like
should be
Lupe?
on the top 5?
I'm not.
I don't want to hear that. It's not my bag. It's not my lane.
I don't get me wrong. I love Lupe.
I don't have an
First two
opinion.
projects.
I don't have an opinion.
First 2 projects, but why is he on this top 10? We're gonna put Lupe over, and I'm not even the biggest Nas fan. We're gonna put Lupe project over a Nas project.
Nas didn't make the deadline.
Yeah, he came out too late. Yeah,
he came out late.
What hell, bro?
I've never been a Lupe guy, so I don't have an opinion.
True, my man. True.
Lupe album was better than Ross' album.
Was good.
Lupe album was better than Ross' album. Everybody here forgot Ross even dropped.
I didn't even know Lupe dropped until I see the list. Last thing I heard from Lupe, he was ducking Royce or something, or vice versa. That's the last thing.
Nah, he wasn't ducking him. They both went at each other.
He served him. That's what he did.
Nah. He didn't duck nobody.
Ain't that nigga a samurai some shit?
Yeah, with the samurai John doing push-ups.
I don't want to see
this list.
All right. Let me get a little order. Hold on. Let me get a little order.
You got a samurai sword, he can't rap.
Yeah. Let me get a little order. Hold on. Sensei.
All right.
Before they start dragging your man through the sewer.
Lupe was different for me, so y'all gonna have to chill with all that.
Why was the project so good? Talk to him, Lupe. Talk to him, Sensei.
Lupe he's one of my greatest inspirations in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like Lupe was the first artist that I heard that had bars, like heavy bars, and he referencing shit that are part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like he's referencing, Gundam, freaking, video games, stuff like that. It's the first mainstream super dope rapper that wasn't corny, that was rapping about shit that I could actually relate to, that was a part of my life. So he made me feel like the shit that I fuck with was dope for the first time. Other than that, it was just gangster rap, cool guy shit, shake a tail feather, all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool, but that shit was the first real, like, rap hip-hop that spoke to me. So I was like, bet, and he ain't let me down since. I think it deserves to be up there, but I'm incredibly biased, and I ain't afraid of saying that.
True, he was on your list as well.
Yeah, it was, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. But I think I saw him live this year, man, and it was a dope experience, man. And then I went back and I listened to the album, and it was like the way I heard the album was completely different. Like to me, it was a strong project, man. Like it come out strong, like he go through, and then like he got songs like Kiosk, or Kiosk might not be like a fan favorite, but if you listen to what he talking about, like all these niggas the same, man, all of them buy the same shit out the middle of the mall, like you know what I mean? Like it's like certain concepts that he made, but to me I like Freddie's album way better than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I've never been in any setting where somebody says, "Hey, turn Lupe on." Like, I've never been.
We gotta stop that.
What does that mean though? But what does that mean?
We gotta stop that.
What is that supposed to mean?
I've never been.
Means nothing.
Say, "Hey, turn the Lupe on."
Come on,
nigga.
You ain't never been in
the serious?
And been like,
Quit that shit.
Go ahead.
We gotta quit that shit.
Hold on.
I've never been in the car with my niggas getting ready to go out, and they say, "Hey, let's turn Lupe on." I've never had a kickback and niggas just say, "Hey, let's just turn Lupe." Like I've never been in any setting where they say turn Lupe on. So
Nico, respond.
I digress.
Nico, get your response off, and we're gonna move on.
I digress.
We have to stop that shit. It's hip hop, nigga. We know where we gonna play shit at. We know this shit already. I know. If I'm about to go, you know what I mean, get into some minded shit. I'm not gonna put Future on. I'm not. But if I'm in the club, I'm putting Future on. But I'm not playing them nowhere else.
Has anybody?
If I want to listen to Lupe, I'm going to be in a certain setting.
I want honesty. Can I just get honesty?
I'm giving you honesty. Y'all got to stop this shit.
They say, "Hey, let's turn Lupe on." Yes or no?
Stop with this shit.
It's
niggas play him all the time. Niggas play it all the time.
Am I lying?
Niggas, they got to play him somewhere. He gets.
But what do you?
though.
Because they make party music.
Fiasco at, man.
These niggas say the same thing.
So how you feel about Black Thought?
These niggas say.
Hold on, Nico.
These niggas say the same thing.
Hold
You
on,
got it,
Nico.
Nico.
Calm
You got
down,
it.
Nico. Calm down,
You
brother.
got
Calm
it,
down.
Nico.
Nah, I'm good.
You got it.
Okay.
I'm
You
just
got it.
saying.
You got it.
But
They
So
say
you
the
must not
same
like
shit
Black
about
Thought either
Eminem.
then.
They say the same shit about Eminem, but yet he's the highest selling hip hop artist ever. They
He's
play
a
him somewhere.
superstar. He's a superstar.
Oh, now he's a superstar. He's a superstar now.
Is
Oh,
Eminem a superstar?
but yet,
time out. Hold on.
Wait a
True.
minute, Carter.
Dizza.
True.
Go ahead, Dizza.
That boy is white. You know what I'm saying? Of course he
Okay.
sold more than everybody else, man. Like, and it's no disrespect
Okay.
to him, but it's like to white people, bro. They act like nobody else exists outside of him. Like, even like some of the people I know, man. Y'all know I got white friends. I be going to their weddings and everything, man. But when it come to Eminem, they slide too hard for him. You know, and it's like, bro, like we got other rappers, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an Eminem fan. But like Eminem won a Grammy for Relapse, not Relapse Recovery. And one of them albums, he was talking about his uncle raping him. Man, that album was trash, and he still won a damn Grammy for it. You know, like it's like he's white, man. Of course he gonna, you know, like come on, man.
Sensei, you had
I
something
feel like
about
that.
Black
I
Thought you
don't know
wanted to
about
get
that,
off.
man.
No,
Sensei, you had something about Black Thought you wanted to get off before we move on.
Well, for Carter, he was like, man, nobody want to play Lupe, so what? So is Black Thought not nice because don't nobody play him at the kickback?
Now he can rap though, like
Nigga. All right, man. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'm tired of you, Carter. I'm tired of you, nigga.
All right.
Hey,
Carter.
let's go to the next one, fam.
Carter. Number 4. Coming in number 4.
I'm gonna call you later.
You
nigga.
put me on. I joined the hive because of Carter. Not gonna lie. Coming in number 4 is Future. I Never Liked You. Peaked number 1 on Billboard. April 29th was the release day. Had Worst Day on that bad boy. Wait for You. Keep It Burning. Love You Better.
Here we
I
go.
don't care about that. I don't care about that.
Out the gate.
Here we go.
Sensei, you don't think Future should be number 4 on the
I
list?
don't care about if he had 500K in the first 48 hours. I don't care about that. It don't matter.
So
Compare
that to
Hold on,
Lupe.
Carter. Let's just get off. Go ahead.
But you can't talk numbers when it come to music, bro, because there's so many other factors that go into that, bro. You know that. Just like what Troop saying about Eminem, bro. It's other rappers that look like him, that rap on par, if not better than him. But because he's got that machine that he's got, like you can't compare numbers, man. That'll never be an even playing field. That ain't right, man.
Can I count real quick, please?
Go ahead.
So like I compared it to Lupe where I said, Nico, can I please speak, please? I want to speak. So like I compared it to Lupe.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. I compared it to Lupe where I said, you never been in any setting where you hear someone say, hey, let's turn Lupe on and listen to it and vibe out. Like you never hear that anywhere. Versus Future, where you couldn't get away from a record. Wait for You. You couldn't get away from that record. It was every fucking where. Like it was a good ass song. Like everywhere you went, you get in the car, you hear it. You couldn't get away from it. Like, but you can turn that shit on anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but
I gotta come to you, Mo. You've been quiet on this Future one. I see you make a couple facial expressions. What you thinking, Mo?
I'm not a Future fan. I tried. I just can't. I tried. I just can't get into him. And from my understanding, he used to rap, like rap, from my understanding. But I just couldn't. I never got into any of his projects, and I want to. I want to be a fan of everybody, but it ain't.
It's so many to pick from, dog. It's so many to pick from.
I got a question for my rappers. My rappers is on my panel: Chubby Senxei and Troop Dizza. Now, Future had Southside, he had TM88, he had Weezy, he had ATL Jacob, and a whole bunch of more on the production. Do you think it takes all of that to make a top 5 album in today's climate?
I don't. I think really right now it take ATL Jacobs, to be honest. You know, like 808s, you know, and everybody else, they had a run, man. But right now it's ATL Jacobs' game. You know, like, and even with Wait For You, man, like Wait For You, like that's a big record, man. Like we talking about him taking over R&B radio with that song. You know, like Monster. You know, like and he gave Tim's her first number 1. You know, like it's like you know, it's all love, man. But I don't think you need to have all those producers, though. You know,
Sensei, same question.
I mean, if you I feel like artists like Future might need all that because you're gonna need all that extra shit to go into the music. Like what you were saying about how Pusha T hasn't grown. How the fuck is Future grown?
Hey, can I say? Let me say. Hey, I feel like Future tried to grow with Honest. Like Honest was one of those albums where it sounded way different than what his first 4 or 5 mixtapes in that album came. But nobody liked Honest, so he got back on his bullshit.
Yep. Now
I like Future music. Don't get me wrong. I like Future's music, but he would never make a top 10 list for me just because off of like
legendary.
I can only take so much like.
Yeah, legendary.
Like, I can only take so much energy music. I can only take so much. Then I got to hit something else.
That's a nice way to put it.
Hey, Carter, I'm not gonna hold you. I like this album.
I mean, I like it too. But it wouldn't be top 10.
I like the album.
Before we move off Future being in number 4, has Future cemented himself as a GOAT on the musical level as like a Nas or a Jay-Z, or does he need to do something else and prove something?
For me, yes.
The company you just said and mentioned him along that company. But if we're talking about overall, yeah, he has.
Okay. Mo says yes. Nico Smoke, same question.
Nas and Jay. He can't be.
I feel.
Hold on 1 second. Mo, I cut you off. Mo, I cut you off. Go ahead. I want to make sure everybody heard you.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He definitely cemented himself, hands down. But I don't think he does. He doesn't deserve to be in the same car with Nas and Jay.
Gotcha. Smoke, same question.
I think it's unfair to Future. Is he getting there? Yes. But the only thing that gets you there is time. You know what I mean? Like Jay and Nas is solidified by time. And with Future, he just needs time. He's gonna get there. Like he's on track. Like he's on pace.
Was Nas solidified by time or one album?
Woo!
Oh, you gotta relax, OG.
Dirty Sprite.
You gotta relax.
Dirty Sprite. Dirty Sprite 2. Evil. I can go write songs for Beyonce. I can go write the Rihanna records. I can go make an album with Drake. I can what are we talking about, man? Like it's
nigga, I just said
I can go make a March Madness, man. I can come on, dog. Like
it's just time. Bro. It's just time.
Before I move on, Mo, you got anything to say to that Nas comment? I see your face screw up.
Man, to say that one more time.
Go ahead, Drew.
No, I said, is now solidified by time or is it for one album?
Shit. Damn.
We hold Illmatic to the top of the top. But after that, what we did?
Well, first, I'm with my man 100%. But for me, I think It Was Written was better than Illmatic.
It was. It was.
Come on, we gotta stop this.
No Smoke. You gotta chill out. You gotta relax.
We gotta stop this, man.
You gotta relax. This, man.
You know
you can't just fix your mouth to say, you can't. Oh my god!
Come on, man. It was so real.
You can't tell me his third album is better than his first album, but he's only big because of his first album.
He is.
Are you nuts?
He is.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really think we have an unhealthy relationship with Nas, man. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, man. We like my man Troop just said. A lot of people, 95% of the population in hip hop, hang their hat on Illmatic. My man was 17.
That was man.
35 years ago, dude.
Come on, man.
You just got in pocket making good music in the last years?
He just started picking good beats. Like, if we gonna be real, like, come on,
yo,
man.
fam, y'all gotta stop.
So y'all get started with Kings.
Y'all niggas let Uchi Wally taint y'all whole fucking mind about Nas.
No, bro, I love Nas. My son named after Nas, bro. Please. But I'm being real, like, nah.
Nah, I'm with Troop. I'm with Troop.
I will say this: this Hit Boy run is legendary.
Very.
This Hit Boy run is legendary.
It's about damn time at 50 years old. But
yeesh. Wow. All right, moving on to number 3. Now, you guys have been talking about how time will solidify Future. You think time will solidify this next artist? Coming in at number 3 is Little Baby, It's Only Me, released on October the 14th. It peaked at number 1 on Billboard. No. Do y'all think that time will treat Little Baby right? Or y'all think he's gonna burn out really soon? I'm gonna point that question at Nico Smoke.
We talked about earlier how artists need to learn how to grow. This is one of these artists that need to learn how to grow. I listened to the album earlier today so I can make sure what I'm about to say is to me, my opinion, is strong. I mean, the first 2 songs, matter of fact, on the album, they saying the same shit, just different words. Like literally the same thing, but different words. Until you get to Hey, the records until you get to Hey, they were all the same. The Nardo Wick record, the only thing that changed in that record was Nardo Wick's part. Was the beat on Nardo Wick's part. Because it went from Little Baby's pocket to Nardo Wick's pocket. It didn't take Nardo Wick in the Little Baby's world, and Little Baby didn't go into Nardo Wick's world.
The critics did say it sounded repetitive, man. The critics did say it sounded repetitive.
It's one of the things where, and it's okay. Like
he's on a run, man. Lil Baby is on a run. He's on a run. I think
he was.
Nico, I respect
he
your
was.
Music,
I just feel like
I respect your music opinion, but you don't.
I just think he
like
hit a wall.
Superstars of rap, dog. It's certain niggas that go on.
What are you
runs,
talking about?
Bro. Like
niggas just told me Nas was ass just a second ago.
No, we did not. No, we did not. No, we did not.
But
no, we did not.
All I'm saying is the young nigga I feel like hit a wall.
How he hit a wall? He one of the hottest niggas in the nigga, hottest fist streets, nigga. How he hit a wall?
It's okay if it's okay for a nigga to hit a wall musically, and you still want more from a nigga. Like
you like the last album before that?
Yeah. I like the last album before this, but now it's just more the same. It's just more the same. That's it. That's my only critique. That's the only critique. Bro, it's the same setup. It's the melody. He gonna have a melodic beat, and he gonna rap with auto-tune, and the auto-tune, the bars.
And that shit sound amazing.
It's kind of like
I
how
think you hung up on his style more so.
No, it's kind of how like when Meek Mill was saying trigger words. It's like when Meek Mill was saying trigger words, you know he gonna say Rolly. He gonna say something about a dirt bike on 12 o'clock. You know he gonna say like X, Y, and Z. With the Baby, you know it's gonna be
Lil Baby, not the Baby.
My bad, Lil Baby.
Yeah.
You know with Little Baby, it's gonna be. I was at this point in my life. I did X, Y, and Z. This chick here. It's the same. It's the same setup to it.
Hold on, smoke.
He just hit a wall.
Hold on, smoke. Real quick. Keys, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Me and you, can we just go ahead and end the Little Baby, the baby debacle that me and you had going?
Listen,
back
man, I'm here to moderate.
Oh,
I'm not here to conversate. I'm here to moderate, my boy. No, we cannot. I love the Baby. The Baby over the Baby any day, every day. I'm gonna stand by that right here, right now.
I like the Baby too, but
the Baby, fam. Carolina all day.
Talk about
I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right.
Sensei, you got something to say about Little Baby? I'm not gonna argue with you about.
Nah,
Baby.
I mean, well, for me now this is coming from a person who used to. I ain't even gonna care. I used to be a Little Baby hater. I couldn't stand Little Baby, bro. But he won me over slowly because he kept getting better. He always kept getting better. The feature run he been on for the last 2 years, he been going retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have told me 3 years ago that Lil Baby was gonna be on the song with what's my guy's name, man? They did the song with Logic. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name.
Keys, how long ago did I tell you about
Joyner Lucas? Are you?
Huh? Joyner Lucas. Yeah, Joyner
Lucas. Okay.
Now I would have never thought that they would have crossed paths. Well, Joyner Lucas done went more commercial since like lately, but yeah, man, like ever since the Bigger Picture came out and Lil Baby really put out something that showed me that he actually had his eyes open, I feel like he's just been elevating ever since then. And this album for me, it sounded like, I'll give you that. It's more or less kind of the same stuff, but he's more mature. He's talking more about emotions and going through stuff, taking L's and stuff, like not even just in street shit, but like relationships, stuff like that, insecurities. A lot of rappers in his lane ain't talking about this type of stuff, bro. He's grown. You got to acknowledge that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and I do acknowledge it. I just feel like he hit a wall.
You guys consider Little Baby the leader of the new school of rap?
It's only his second album.
Keys, how early did I tell you about Lil Baby, dog?
You said it pretty early, Carter.
I told you about Lil Baby.
You want me to give you your flowers, fam? You got your flowers. You put niggas on Lil Baby, fam.
Like that nigga.
But do you guys think y'all consider him the leader of the new school? Why or why not?
I don't know. I think that's kind of weird because the new school is just there's so many people on a high level and just pumping stuff out. It's hard to say who the leader is. I mean, one could argue that YB the leader of the new school. One could argue that Uzi the leader of the new. I mean, like who?
I'm gonna throw this name in.
Going
For me, I think Baby Keem is one of the leaders of the new school. I think Baby Keem is.
Wow. Gotcha. Now, I think number two on our list is actually going to be the leader of the new school. Coming in at number 2 is JID with the Forever Story, released on August 26th. Peaked at number 12. And the thing I liked about it was no Cole feature. Not because I dislike him, Mo, because I think he's the greatest rapper ever, Mo. But I just want to put that out there. But JID, I believe, is the future. Is coming up. I like what he did also with the scavenger hunt. Being a manager, Mo, I think you can speak to this as well. The artist on the screen as well. He had the scavenger hunt when the project first came out, and he had you looking for certain things. And if you found it, you was able to come to the free show to hit a project before everybody else did. I think that was real important. I think that's something new that he brought to the game, and the importance of the rollout is a big thing to me. Speaking to my artist, speaking to the other manager in the room, Mr. Mo, helping hand, the other advisor in the room, Mr. Mo, is the importance of a rollout? Is the rollout important these days, or is the music more important than the rollout?
Man, I think we're in a weird space when it comes down to something like that. Me, I appreciate the rollout. I appreciate the promo leading up, because at the end of the day, you want to give people an experience. Outside that, it's just music. I don't want to discredit what artists do, but there's so many people that do music nowadays. What can separate you is your rollout, in my opinion. Because I can name 5 cats that sound like the Baby. I can name 5 cats that sound like Little Baby. You know what I'm saying? But what separates you is the rollout. Me, I love the rollout, but I'm thinking that the length, the duration of a rollout, we might need to cut that shit in half because we're in a fast-consuming space. You know what I'm saying?
Agree. Sensei, Dizzle, let's talk about rollout. Is the rollout more important than music, or the music more important than the rollout, fella?
Yeah. Well, the deeper I get into music, I definitely feel like, I mean, it's getting more and more important. You know what I mean? Especially with an artist at the level that I'm at, I think that's, like Mo said, that's going to be what's going to leave that lasting impression on people, because they're not going to hear you as much as they're going to hear Future or Lil Baby or something, like, you know what I mean? So you really got to step out there and stand on your own and really establish yourself and really put work into building that world. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's definitely super important now. I mean, these bigger artists can do that. Like Russ can drop an album out of nowhere. Drake can drop an album out of nowhere. But, you know, you can't expect to have that kind of success at the level we're at. It just don't happen like that.
I think so too, because I think the rollout is very important because we consume music so fast these days. Like, music releases so much in so much capacity. Every fucking Friday is 25 projects dropping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every fucking week. So what about your rollout? What about you're gonna make it stick? Like, you gotta make it stick. Like, what can I, you know what I'm saying? Like, what about this promotion of this project is gonna make me want to fucking say, damn, this album's coming? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anticipate the shit for me. But
do you feel the same way being an artist? Are you mimicking what they're saying, or do you feel different?
I agree, because I feel like right now you need to be able to bring people in. Like, you need to sell, not necessarily sell your personality, but people need to feel like they fuck with you. Like, because right now we in an age where, like, you in front of people all the time. So if you an artist and you sit here, or maybe like you an artist and you just like, you got a negative ass attitude, man, don't nobody want to listen to that. You know what I mean? Or don't nobody even want to be around somebody like that. You know, so it's all about that rollout. It's all about showing your personality. It's all about wanting people to come into your world, man. I think the biggest thing Nipsey Hussle showed the world was when he was building his own world, you know, and he tried to tell Snoop to do it, but he built his own world to the point where you scanning his shirts and his videos playing when you scan his shirts and shit, man. Like, it's an experience when you in his world, you know, like you got to make people want to come to you and make people want to wear that Crenshaw, even when you gone. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Now, the reason why I brought the rollout up is because I like the rollout more than I like the project for JID. What you guys feel about the Forever Story?
I loved it.
I thought it was a great album. Yeah.
I just wasn't feeling it. I'm looking for more, I guess, energy It's the way that you put it a couple minutes ago, Sensei. Looking for
You
more
were
of the energy
anticipating that
track.
album too, Keith.
Oh, you wanted more of that energy.
More of
Okay.
the energy. And this right here was
Yeah,
more
but
of like a storytelling. I just can't get into it.
You was
But it was
do
a
that,
little
though,
storytelling
Keith.
though. Like it still had that bop though. You know, like
yeah,
for me it did.
Gotcha.
He just do it in his own way. He do it in his own way.
I wanted to get into the project. I tried. I think it's because of that Dreamville umbrella. I think his captain, you know what I'm saying, he might just have a Dreamville curse around him. I don't know. But I tried to get into it. But I want to get into it because I keep hearing, man, is so lyrical. He dead nice. I'm going to tell you what I did to what extent I wanted to subscribe to homie. I looked at his interviews. And I said, all right, now let me go listen to it. I couldn't get past number 2.
Bro, you didn't listen to Cody Blue? Oh my God.
Man, Cody Blue. I was just gonna say, man,
I promise you, man. I wanted to. I've had people call me like, no, you gotta. I said, I'm gonna try again. I want to, but it just didn't like Keith said, it just didn't stick.
It didn't do it for me. Yeah, it didn't do it for me.
Keith, I didn't know that you felt like that about the JID project because I know you were excited about a JID release for a long time, dog.
For a long time.
Ready for this nigga to drop, so I didn't know you felt like that.
Yeah, man. You heard when I was talking about it as it came out, but once it came out, it was just like, man, it was a letdown to me. It ain't had nothing to do with Dreamville Mo. It had nothing to do with Cole Mo. So to put that out there.
My bad.
But we gotta have a conversation about J. Cole and the greatness of J. Cole one day, fam.
We could talk about Jermaine. We could talk about
Hey, J. Cole need to do something with Ari Lennox because that second album wasn't it. And I love the good sister Ari Lennox. You know what I'm saying?
She got big
but
hands, but
she need, man, she fine, but she needed to have somebody under that project because that second one was very lackluster. And I love Ari. I feel like Ari need to be out there with the Jasmine Sullivans. You know what I'm saying, and the people like that. But you know,
hey Mo, real quick. J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only album is one of the best hip hop rap albums of all time. I just wanted to say that, by the way.
For me,
it's one of the best projects of all time.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Forest Hill Drives, fire.
That's my number one.
Fire.
That's my number one.
What's his
that's the commercial album. That's
Friday
the commercial
night
album.
Friday Night
for
Lights.
me, it's Born Center for me for Drake. Not for Drake, but for Cole.
Friday Night Lights for me is number 1 and number 2 best mixtape of all time. It's between that, Jeezy Trap or Die for me.
Okay. You know this. Then why are you blending so hard on Jermaine?
You know what? I compare it to Dallas Cowboy fans. It's not really the team, it's your fans.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
All right, what's number 1, fam?
Wow.
Y'all go to look, yo. I'm gonna tell you why Ari didn't do too well, Troop. I'm gonna tell you why JD didn't hit. Cause he out there practicing that weak ass jumper he got.
Yo, for sure.
Jesus, man. I gotta scan our panelists going forward, Smo. We gotta scan our panelists going forward.
Yeah.
All right, man. Coming in number 1, I feel like everybody already knew this, but coming in at number 1 is the guy from the West Coast, Kendrick Lamar-Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It did peak at number 1 on Billboard. Release date was May the 13th. Now, coming up here at the end of the year, same thing that we're doing. Complex did the same thing. Complex put him at number 1. The Independent put him at number 3. Billboard put him at number 4. And Enemy put him at number 5. So everyone was loving this project this year. With it being this last project on Top Dog, do y'all think Kendrick is done? Or do you think we're going to get some more from him down the road?
Nah, he just doing this
PG Lane finna
thing.
go crazy.
Yeah, that shit's about to be nuts.
What exactly is PG Lane? Y'all explain that to me.
It's like I don't know if it's so much a label per se because like Georgia Smith is signed to it. It's like like
Baby King.
Yeah, Baby King, Georgia Smith, Kendrick. They got that new guy. I don't remember what his name is, but he's dope as fuck. But Georgia Smith is not an artist under there. It's just like, he's a rapper. Georgia Smith is fire, but it's like she's not. I think it's like management that she's under. So it's like it's kind of like how when Hove did Rock Nation, and Rock Nation is not so much just a label. Yeah, like Rock Nation is not just like a label. It's like an entertainment company. They can do your managing, your marketing, your just everything. You know what I mean? Like whatever they can put you in whatever category type of thing. That's why I feel like PG Lane.
Talent agency, maybe.
Okay. Now, this project stood out to me because he talked about a little bit of everything. He was talking about cheating, daddy issues, council culture, fake news, his sex
Depression.
addiction, depression, all of that. I'm gonna go around the room here before we end today and say, Mo, what made this Kendrick Lamar album stand out to you?
Honestly, it didn't.
Oh shit!
Wow.
It was a good album, but I don't think we're going to appreciate this album until 3-4 years down the line. I believe people was more excited the fact that Kendrick finally came back out, because Kendrick's a good artist. I mean, rapping wise, you're gonna have a bad day stepping in front of this boy. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's one of those projects, because honestly, it doesn't have replay value. It doesn't have that replay value. Can anyone on here say that they played it recently?
I played
I played
N95
it last
recently.
week. Yeah. That shit.
No, I didn't play the whole
That
album,
shit's
but
like-
yeah, I didn't. I
that shit is
listened to
art.
it recently.
You don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's a good project. I would definitely say it's a good project. It's a time capsule. I think this is going to be just like To Pimp a Butterfly. I think we're going to dig this back up a few years later, be like, yo.
Now I get it now. I get it right now.
That's it right there.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
get it
Carter.
now.
But we talking about like the masses though. You know, like the masses catch on late. You know what I'm saying? So it's always.
So for those that get
I think
it,
it hit hard though. Like it was a
it's a good
like,
project.
It hit hard.
It's a good project, but I think for those that catch it right now, y'all subscribe to K Dot like that. It's like y'all really subscribe to K Dot.
Another reason why I think it hit big was because of how he performed it too. Like the concert, like with the whole that shit was crazy. Like how he performed this album was hard, dog.
What was that joint he did? He dropped that video with the faces changing. What was it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Part five.
Yeah.
That right there was the great alley for the project. I said, oh shit.
Was that even on the album? That wasn't even on the album.
I don't think that was on the album.
It was not on the project. So I was just like,
I think it came out the day before.
I think that shows how great this project is. Like I left that off the album. Like this is great body of work, man.
They added it later.
It's a good body of work. I believe the masses, like Troop said, I would definitely agree. The masses are going to appreciate this later on. I think this is going to be comparison to Pimp a Butterfly, as well as the male version of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's what this is for me.
Gotcha. Nico Smoke, Chubby Senxei, True, Carter, what y'all got to say about this project?
It's a great project, man.
Yeah.
It's a great project. And I think the wait for it too, like it lived up to the anticipation of it for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a great body of work.
Gotcha. Senxei, you saying something?
Yeah, I loved it too, man. But I mean, I will give Mo a little bit of, I think it was more so there were big moments on the album versus the whole album being, you know what I mean? I will say that, but I do think it was a great album. It definitely deserved to be top 5. It's just because of all the subjects he talked about. If you look at the internet now, all you see is stuff about toxic relationships and who's right, who's wrong, and all. He did that We Cry Together, man. Come on, man. That was perfect for right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that was right now. Like what Carter was saying. Like everybody can feel that because that's all we digesting right now. It's either that or what Ye doing. So
Did Alchemist do that beat? Did We Cry Together?
I think so.
I'm not sure if Alchemist did.
I'm not sure.
But Alchemist been on the run too. Right?
Yeah,
Alchemist been on the run too, making quality music. I mean, the projects probably ain't that crazy, but he been making a lot of good music. Sales.
Before we go,
I like
the
Kendrick
this the
album,
other week. I want a 10-song Jay-Z and Alchemist album. Like, I want a 10-song. I want a 10-song Alchemist produce a whole fucking album for Jay-Z. That should be crazy, dog.
Like Jay-Z right now?
Yes,
that
right
shit
now.
did that 2005 when Alchemist was really getting off. You know, like when he was buzzing. You know what I mean? But I feel like I agree though. But back to this Kendrick project, man. I like the project, but I feel like also that TDE makes the best projects. Like TDE is basically like the Patriots over the last 10 years, man. Nobody's putting out bodies of works, and that's why I got so. Man, I'm gonna go back to Cole, man. That's why I get so upset because if we talking about Cole having artists, why did Ari give us Shea Butter Baby and then go drop this bullshit the second album? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do we do that? Like, Control was hard. SOS right now, I'm still listening to
crazy.
Come on, Carter. I've been talking to Carter on Twitter. Like,
crazy.
Like it's her pen game is crazy. So it's like they took pride in making those albums, man. Like, and he took pride in making this. What I will say about Kendrick though, he shows his growth on every album, right? And he had big moments through this album, man. He gonna win hip hop album of the year, regardless, because he Kendrick. But I feel like he could have made 12, put 12 of the best songs and got off of TDE with this project unless he was obligated to make that many songs, and he could have had a more classic project, in my opinion.
Dizza, that Snooze record is one of the best records I ever heard in my life.
For sure. That shit too hard. It's like,
crazy.
Come on, man.
Gotcha. Now, we'll go ahead and wrap up real quick, man. I want to say, first off, thank you guys for sharing the screen with me here today. Thank you for talking about these projects. Just to go back through the project list one more time, we had number 1, Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Number 2, J.I.D., GDJ with the Forever Story. Number 3, Lil Baby, It's Only Me. Number 4, Future, I Never Liked You. Number 5, Lupe Fiasco, Drill Music, and Zion. Number 6, Freddie Gibbs, Soul Separately. Number 7, Vince Staples-Ramona Part Broke My Heart. Number 8, Pusha T, It's Almost Dry. Number 9, Joey Badass with 2000. And rounding in at number 10 was Westside Boogie, More Black Superheroes, man. Again, thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for your votes. Thank you guys for your input. Now, before we leave, I gotta give everybody a chance to shamelessly plug themselves, tell people where to check them out. If you guys made it this far, we really, really, really appreciate you. But just going around the room, starting with Mo, if you could, man, just tell us where to find you, how to find you, and what you got going on. Nico, Smoke, Sensei, Dizza, and then Carter, I'll wrap it out, man. Thank you guys again.
Again, man, I want to say appreciate y'all for inviting me to this Album of the Year panel. Definitely appreciate everyone's input. This is definitely part 2 worthy. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But nonetheless, this is your man Mo from the faculty. Y'all can check us out. I'm 1/3 of it. Shout out to my man Sean, unofficial board member of hip hop. Shout out to Big Kev, the maestro. We are the faculty. We have a Facebook group page. It's actually growing, and we're looking to really expand. We got film. We got a film that we're working on. We got a number of things, man. So I prefer y'all just check us out.
Facebook, the faculty. I love that group, man. I love that group. For real, for real.
I greatly appreciate it.
Nico Smoke, tell them where you at. Tell them what you do. Tell them what you don't do, buddy. Nico, you there?
That boy is focused.
Hey,
I thought he was frozen.
Hey, man,
I was like,
you know what I mean? It's Nico Smoke. I'm gonna take. Am I frozen?
No,
man.
Am I frozen?
Nah, you moving. Yeah.
Go to the next person.
All right, Sensei.
Go to the next person.
Go to bed.
yeah, man, what's up,
Go to the
man?
next
It's your boy Chubby Senxei, man. Chubby Senxei on all platforms, man. Chubby Senxei Raps on Instagram. And yeah, man, I got a couple albums out. Like I said, Trap Manga, Warriors Rising. I got Atlas out right now. Go run that up, man. Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you stream on, I'm there, baby. Keep it locked, man. I'm coming back out next year. Yeah, keep it.
Are you? That was my question. Are you coming back out next year? Are you sure about this?
I'm coming back.
Are we gonna get an EP, an album, a single? What we getting?
It's gonna be a full album, man.
Thank
It's gonna be a couple projects, actually. It's gonna be a few projects, actually. So
let's go. That's what I need to hear.
Yeah.
Dizza, Troop Dizza, Dizza season. Will we
Yes,
get Dizza
sir.
season next year too, man? Talk to him. Tell him where to find you at.
Yo, what's going on, man? Name Troop Dizza, man. Follow me at Troop SC on Twitter and on IG. On Facebook, you can find me on Troop Dizza. TroopDizza.com, DizzaSeason.com. You know, I think I still own the domains. I ain't sure because I ain't really been paying attention. But yeah, just follow me there, man. And I got new music coming out, man. I'm gonna drop Dizza Season 4 next year. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been thinking about getting that Sertoma to, you know, work with the rollout. So, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, like I've been thinking about that already. So, you know, this is Season 4. And I got another project that I'm actually going to drop called Clarity, where I'm actually talking about what I'm actually going through. Because I feel like a lot of times, you know, like I just show, you know, like me working out, you know, me talking shit on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I really want to put me out there. I want to show my growth. You know what I'm saying? So follow me, Troop SC, Troop Diz on everything, YouTube, all of that.
Gotcha, my beautiful brother Carter, the robe god, the melanated god. What you got going on, bro?
Thank you. I want to say that I think that Dizza Sertoma link would be crazy, by the way, too. I think that would be beautiful.
I do too.
But Nico Smoke, thank you for having me. Keys Ali, thank you for having me. I've enjoyed talking music and hip hop with everybody on this platform. It was a crazy conversation. But yeah, follow me on Twitter, only the #1_Carter. Follow me on IG at Curtain Call Carter, or only1_Carter as well on Instagram. Thank y'all guys. Appreciate it.
Got you. You know, it's me, it's Keys Ali, one half of Ali and Smoke, the greatest podcast in the world. Sorry, I wanted to say that. But listen, thank you. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for watching. If you got this far, man, go ahead and hit subscribe, like. Make sure you follow everybody on the screen. I promise you, these guys were not just selected because they're cool. It's because they got shit going on. They have an opinion, and they stay consistently in your face with that dope shit. Make sure you join the Faculties, my favorite Facebook group. Make sure you check out Dizzy Season, all the Dizzy Seasons, and make sure you listen to what he's talking about because he's one of the most business-minded artists that I've met so far. Chubby Senxei, he better put out a project next year. I'm gonna fucking kill him because that guy's amazing as well. Keep looking out for me and Nico Smoke and Carter. Carter, stay beautiful, my friend. It's been Ali and Smoke. I'm Ali. Something's wrong with his camera. That's Smoke. It's Album of the Year panel, and we out.
Peace.